Hi, my name is Agustina. I'm going to explain on morphology. Morphology is the study of words and how our words are made, which are made of morphemes. Morpheme is the small manifold in the language. They are controlling release of morphemes. And there are two kinds of morphemes, and the first is free morphemes and the second is bond morphemes. And the first concept is the free morpheme. Are the words that can stand alone. They don't need to be connected with other words to have a meaning, for example, sheep. The second concept is bond morphemes. Bond morpheme is they are the opposite of the free morphemes, and they need to be connected with other words to have a meaning. And this part needs other words and to make a sense. For example, when we add ed on verbs, or when we add s or yes and nouns. I have a little example when we were at sheep. Okay, sheep is a noun, but sheep doesn't change because in the singular and the plural is the same. Okay, you don't need to add s or yes in the word sheep. And the morphological process is free root because it doesn't contain any morphological change. This word can have a single meaning without adding anything.
When we talk about the root of a word, we are talking about the most basic form of a word that can be further divided into segments that contain meaning. Having said that, there are roots that can work by themselves and some that don't. The roots that don't need another kind of morpheme to function are called free roots, and the ones that are not able to have meaning by themselves or that modify another root are called bound roots. Let's take, for example, the word powerful. Powerful can be analyzed and separated into segments: power and full. Power being a free root that has its own meaning, and full a suffix that adjectivizes the word power, something or someone that has power. These bound roots, like full, are called affixes. There are two kinds of affixes that are easily absorbable in a word. The affixes that come before the free root are called prefixes, and the ones that are after the root are called suffixes. Prefixes and suffixes produce new words, either by derivation or inflection, but we'll talk about that later in the video.
Hello, my name is Agustín Muga, and I'm going to define what is a word class. So basically, word class define what is the type of a word. This means that words can be nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, determiners, prepositions, conjunctions, and articles and interjections. And the word class can actually change thanks to the process of derivation. So also there are types of words named content words and functional words. Functional words refers to words that help making grammatical connections between words. They are also called closed words, and these are pronouns, articles, prepositions, and conjunctions. There are also open words. There are the ones that carry the meaning in the language and are also known as content words, such as nouns, verbs, adjectives, and verbs. And we need to clarify one thing about the word arrive, because this word is considered as a content word and it is a verb.
Morphology also studies the word formation processes. These processes are how a new word is created using as a base pre-existing ones. In this video, I'll explain to you 4 formation processes. The first one is reduplication. Reduplication involves the repetition of an already existing word with little to no modification to the original. An example of this is the word tittle-tattle, meaning to gossip about someone. In this word, tittle is a reduplication of tattle, a word also meaning to gossip. Another word formation process is derivation. Derivation consists of the creation of a new word adding an affix to alter the meaning of the word. Let's take the word literate, for example. If you add the prefix a, it becomes illiterate, creating an antonym. Not only the addition of affixes can create new words, you can also combine 2 entirely different words to create another one. This process is known as compounding. This process not only takes the word but also their meanings and mixes them. An example of this process is the word wildfire, containing the word wild and the word fire, meaning a fire that is wild or a fire that is out of control. So what if I want to talk about more than one wildfire? There is when the other word formation process comes to help, and it's called inflection. Inflection is the modification of a word without altering its meaning. It only changes the tense, the number, the person, etc. The addition of the suffix s to wildfire indicates that we are talking about more than one, becoming wildfires. As you may have guessed, a word can have more than one process at work at the same time. Take the word firefighters, for example. It has compounding, combining the words fire and fight, derivation with the addition of the suffix "er" to fight, giving fighter, and finally the suffix "x" to get fighters, or more than one firefighter.